You know, I wonder if I take some of this secret potent stuff and add some oh, it worked. So we have here the PS5 Pro or the PlayStation 5
Professional.
Taking a look at the box here, it looks just like the digital box. I didn't get a digital. I had the original PlayStation, the OG one that came with the disc drive, but we'll get into that. I noticed that the one without the disc drive for the PS5, that one was also black, but then the white one was the one with the disc drive. But taking a look at the box, we have our 4K up here. They got rid of the 8K logo, which was on the original one, just like they did with the PS5 Slim version. I don't have that box anymore. I threw it away, but I still have the OG box as we saw. And comparison size, it's pretty different, massive wise. Why is that such the case? Well, we'll take a look and find out. That's enough of that. So the box, it feels very junky. They got rid of the handle. There's no more carrying case on there, so you have to lug it around here. But this box for the Pro version, it does feel kind of flimsy, feels kind of cheap. Taking a look on the back, this is explaining everything that this is supposed to do. I like how it says disc-free at the top here, as if it's like gluten-free or something, like it's free of preservatives or anything like that, like it's a good thing, when really that's not. Low-key, I hate this. I wish they actually made like a pull tab instead of this stupid sticker, which, oh, it actually broke pretty easy. But then there's the PlayStation seal sticker, which don't have a knife, so we're gonna use my slasher knife. Boxing is just like the other box, flimsy cardboard that's pretty cheap. You would think for the professional version of the PlayStation 5, the packaging would be a lot better. I mean, the Xbox Series X that packaging was really nice. You open it up and the box is sitting right there with everything nice and neat packaged all around it. That's a good experience. Now, if PlayStation is trying to be the Apple of gaming, Apple's unboxing it's a good experience. Granted, they are taking less and less away from the, unboxing with nothing in the box, but what the? It's like you don't want to rip it, but you have no choice but to rip it. What the? Oh. We did it. The reason why I didn't just rip that open is because I ordered this one from PlayStation Direct and I wanted to get it on the release day. I ordered another one on Amazon, and the reason why I did that is because I get 5% cash back when I order with my credit card, so money off on a PlayStation, but we'll talk more about that later. Unboxing is pretty similar to the OG PlayStation. If you guys remember that. I did make an unboxing video right up here in the top left. Ooh, is it the left? Top right? Top right of the screen. I think I'm pointing to the right side. We have our, looks like a DualSense. You know, it'd be pretty cool for the premium that you're paying for this, that it comes with, a DualSense Edge. It's been a while since I felt a fresh one, so this feels pretty good in the hands. Again, wish it was a DualSense. Our cables, HDMI 2.1. That's your USB to USB-C. That's great there. And our stands that hold the PlayStation horizontal, because you have to pay additional for the stand. That's not included. Yeah. Oh, lots of cardboard. Oh, instructions. Oh, wow. This is actually really sharp. These little edges there, these are actually really sharp. Look at a nice little indent in my finger there. So these little blades are sharp, but this is actually really light. Really light system. I've never had the discless one, so this is different for me. It looks pretty slim there, but looks just like the slim version with gills. Ports are all in the back there, USB-C's in the front. It's a PlayStation 5.
Professional.
Comparison here to the Slim, it's actually a lot shorter. And you would expect that to be, as this is supposed to be a lot more powerful for what PlayStation is supposed to offer in this package compared to the Slim, AKA little boy. And then the OG, massive big boy. But remember, this one here included a stand. The weights of the two, This one is definitely still heavier. It requires 2 hands to lift this one up. The OG is just, that's the fat boy. That's Big Bertha with the donk. Remember her? Big Bertha with the donk. And this one, they feel almost the same. Maybe this one's probably like maybe a few grams heavier, but and of course the slim. Same height, almost. This is, yep, same height, little boy. So if you guys are looking for a comparison between the 3, that's that almost. Obviously the plates are different. So you have your 1 plate here, you got the 4 plates here, 4 plates on here. But the plates are a little different on the Professional. Where do these clips go? So this goes here, and this one goes like that. A lot less teeth than this one. This one had the big fangs, this one's got the little fangs. This one doesn't, oh, well, that's because of the disk drive, duh. How many people actually put their consoles horizontal? I don't. So looking at the finish here, we have a matte finish, which is the same here, compared to on the Slim, we had the glossy with the matte finish there. Honestly, I wasn't a big fan of the glossy because I felt like the gloss looked cheap compared to the matte. I'm a matte guy, I like the texture. So a lot of fingerprints and scratches on there, especially with the middle, which they still continued the trend of the glossy black middle. Overall, it's a minor upgrade physically. Again, this is the digital. So if you have physical games, you need to get a digital drive, which you have to pay additional for, which I believe is $69.99? $79.99 for the disc drive without tax. And that's on the PlayStation's website. Crazy part is if you go on Amazon, people are selling it for over $150 just to get a disc drive. You would think, again,
The Professional
version of the PlayStation 5 should include everything. It shouldn't miss stuff that you have to still buy for. So let's try to do some surgery. Ooh. That never sounds good. Plate off, and then to take this off, you come here in this little area, just pull right up. And that's that. Put you over here. Oh, gosh, that just sounds so terrible. Whew, actually made me sweat, just for shits and giggles. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't break that. All right. So this fits on here. So we have a slim version of the Slim. Let's put this drive in here. Folds in. That's already in. It's not clipping. I don't hear a clip. Okay, didn't clip in, but so now the PS5 is now gained a BBL. Your disc drive there for another additional 80 bucks on top of the already $799.99 price tag. I mean, it makes sense why Sony marketed it as a slim version because it just physically, attractively, aesthetically looks better. Bring back the natural girls. If you have the PS5 Slim and let's just say that you went ahead and got custom plates from Sony that you spent extra money on, or Amazon, or D-brand, and you got the dark plates. These plates are different. Different, not so much as in size. Actually, yeah, the size is a little different there. Pro's a hair length longer than the Slim, but the clips internally, they sit differently. So you can't switch them over, which means that you'll have to order new plates for the new system, shall you get it. You know, I never noticed this actually. If you look at one of the plates here, there's a box or square, while another one has the triangle on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm curious. And this one has an X. I never noticed that. Each plate has a different symbol. Is it X or is it a cross? Internally, you have your NVMe drive, which you can add extra storage if you need to. I will say that this does come with 1 terabyte, I believe. Yeah, 1 terabyte, but then some of the memory takes up from the system, so it's like 825, I think. This is 2 terabytes worth of storage here, which again, some of the systems are gonna take away some storage there. If you guys are gonna be upgrading this, I would say take everything that's physically on the console itself, transfer it over to this SSD, and then when you take that SSD and plug it in there, transfer it that way. Instead of doing the link or the wireless transfer, or I think it'll take too much time. So you can transfer stuff over physically that way, instead of doing console to console, if that makes sense. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. So the question comes, who is this system for? And why do you need it? Why do you need it over, well, the cheaper Slim or OG model? Well, besides the $699 price tag in the US, that is, besides the upgraded Wi-Fi 7 that's in this compared to the Wi-Fi 6 and the OG, but both still rocking the 5.1 Bluetooth. Besides this having 16.7 teraflops and this having 10.28 teraflops, but who's measuring teraflops anymore? So in this generation of gaming, we have to choose between fidelity or performance. Your fidelity being your 4K, your ray tracing, your reflections in the mirror, how the light hits certain things or the puddles, you see your reflections. Or do you want to have, higher frames per second, your 60 to 120 frames? And with this generation, we have to choose. We can't have the best of both worlds. Well, there is the RT performance, but again, we're paying for the generation to have higher fidelity and the performance. And it sucks that we have to choose between the two. We can't have the best of both worlds. I can't have my cake and eat it at the same time. Well, with the professional, we're supposed to get the best of both worlds, and that's with Sony's new PSSR, which is the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution Upscaling they toss in there too? Yeah, or PSSR for short. But what does that mean to the average person like me, and maybe you? Again, I'm just a basic gamer. I'm just a guy that just jumps on the couch and just turns on the console, play the game. I'm not all into the DDR and how much RAM and all this and the chip settings, and I'm not that guy. I'm a basic dude. I just turn it on and go at it. But what does PSSR mean? Basically, it's taking AI and it is upscaling from low resolution to higher 4K fidelity, which is basically a better upscaler than what was previously used. And I'm assuming that's to help with your frames per second to get higher frames while having higher fidelity at the same time, if that makes sense. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, because again, hey, don't hold me to it. But does that mean anything to you? I mean, if you're playing on an older TV, 32-inch, older LED, LCD screen, you're not going to be able to benefit the pixel popping and all that. You're not going to see that. You're not going to really enjoy that. If your TV doesn't go up to 120 hertz, you're not going to really benefit off of this. Now for me, I play on that. I play on an LG C1, it's a 77-inch screen TV, and when I'm playing games, I get immersed. But a lot of times you'll play games and you will definitely notice certain things that shouldn't be there. I'm playing Final Fantasy Rebirth right now, and you play it at high fidelity, but that 30 frames per second, and it is just so choppy. I can't, I'm a performance guy. I need the higher frames. That's just me. But then you play at the higher frames and you're sacrificing the graphics and it's kind of smudgy. It looks like somebody smeared Vaseline sometimes when you're watching it. The lighting is off. It's distracting and it takes you away from that immersiveness. We're supposed to be paying for more, right? Another thing to consider is that with new hardware, there comes that transition period where the older, I guess we say older now, games, they have to get updated to be able to run better on this. I think there's about 50 games or so that's optimized to run with PSSR, PlayStation Pro 5, all that good stuff. I'll put it right up here. List the games there. I mean, there's some games that you obviously played and you've already beaten it, but for me, I have a huge backlog of games that I just haven't finished because I continue to move on to the next game. And I mean, right now, what am I playing? I'm playing Metaphor. Metaphor is really good. I'm playing a demo, which is like 6 hours long, but I think I'm like 5 hours into it. Again, just a demo. Love that game. Love Persona. Love Atlas. All that. Yes. But Sparking Zero, bro, what? I just got on ranked. I'm just smacking people right now. But everyone's using the same characters. UI Goku, Jiren, Gogeta, everyone's using the same characters, but bro, anyways, as time goes on, more games are gonna be optimized to run better on this. That's something to consider as a day one purchase. Again, a lot of these are going on sale. People are trying to dump these to then upgrade to this, so you can definitely get one of these for, a good price. But what are your thoughts on this? Drop a comment down below. Are you upgrading to the new PS5?
Professional.
Or are you gonna stick with the OG? Or are you sticking with the original OG? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. I just find it interesting that, PlayStation is almost like Apple, or they're trying to be like Apple. Again, white stuff and white AirPods and all that. Besides that, you have to think about like this being like an iPhone 16, and then this is the iPhone 16 Pro, which obviously it's the PlayStation 5 Pro. You're sacrificing certain things, or maybe you may not need all the bells and whistles, but you're getting it all, but you're also having to pay a premium for it. But that also goes down to the thought of gaming in general. Like when new consoles come out, we're gonna have to decide. I mean, I guess Xbox started that with the One S, and now they got the One X. So technically, Xbox kind of spearheaded this. Maybe I'm thinking, if my memory's correct. I don't know. I'm just thinking this is gonna be $699 right now. What's the PlayStation 6 gonna be? What's gonna be the difference? I feel like we're already at the diminishing returns where how much better can gaming get? From Sega and your Pocket Boy and how Pokemon used to look to how realistic your graphics are, where it used to be cut screens of, you know, CGI and everything. Now it's real game engine, and then it's the same thing between the cutscenes and your gameplay. Like, how much more? It's already taking forever for video games to come out. I mean, what, we're celebrating the 20th year anniversary for Grand Theft Auto 5? It's taking forever for games, but that's a whole different story for another day. Anyways, I think I rambled enough. PlayStation 5 Professional. Thanks for watching. Peace.